So I was going through my day and I thought I should film a video because I have no video to upload for next week. And I've been thinking of like combining my two favorite things in the entire universe, aka books and BTS, and making like an original tag. And then like I started thinking like some of the questions I could do and stuff. And then I was like, I should probably try to, look it up. Maybe someone has already made it. I didn't really think someone would have made a BTS book tag because I haven't heard of people on BookTube, being BTS fans. Then I looked it up, and on November 3rd, so like on Friday, Midnight Books, I think? Midnight Read. She's done the video. And I was so excited because I like her videos a lot, and also BTS and books, and it exists, and I had to do it. I have something to drink because why not? And it's probably not a good idea because I'm already very hyped because it's BTS and books, so like I don't need anything to like make me even more hyper, but doesn't matter. Let's just get into the questions. I've mentioned BTS in some previous videos, and I would like to get into some BTS stuff, but there are some questions at the end. The first 10 questions are book and BTS related, and then there are 10 just BTS non-books related questions, which I will answer as well, because how can you not? If you're a BTS fan and a book lover or a BTS fan, just comment down below. We can fangirl together. Send me a message on like Instagram or Twitter. I do check my Instagram more often. All my social media will be linked down below. We can fangirl together. We can have that bond. Let's just begin because, like I said, this will be a very long video. The first question is Namjoon, a leader-like character who loves his friends and family, and I do have the questions on my phone, which is why if I keep looking down, or like if I have my phone in my hand, that is why. The question of Namjoon, who I really love him, he's like so awesome, and he's also the only one that's fluent in English, if you didn't know. Probably if you're watching the video, you probably know, because you're probably a BTS fan, but I kind of started thinking what I can answer for this question. I didn't really think a lot about any of them. I was just so excited, I really just mostly turned the camera on right away. I think I know the perfect match for this question. None other than Julian from Lady Midnight and the Dark Artifices series, also Lord of Shadows. I do not own Lord of Shadows, and I have not yet read Lord of Shadows, so I cannot tell you anything about Lord of Shadows. In Lady Midnight, he's pretty young. He's like 17. It's been a while since I read it, so I don't remember everything. He has like 6 brothers. There are like 7 Blackthorns, and then there's one of him. He's been taking care of all of them as a father figure, or just generally a parent figure, a leader of the family, you can say, since then, and he really loves his friends. Like, I can answer this for like, there's gonna be a question with like the father, but I feel like he fits that leader of the group, because Namjoon can also be the dad of the group, and then Jin is kind of the mom, which is kind of why I ship them. Next question is Jin, a young person who is basically a 40-year-old dad, loves to eat and makes dad jokes. It's been kind of hard for me to think things, but I do have to answer with Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter series. He isn't necessarily a father figure like Julian is, but it's been just said that he makes dad jokes, and while Ron doesn't make necessarily dad jokes, he does make a lot of jokes, some of which are considered very like lame, especially by Hermione. I would see him making a lot of dad jokes. Like, it fits his character. And also he loves to eat. Like, Ron loves food. He does. He really truly does. Should have just held up this, because I do have a Funko Pop of him. Like, ta-da. This is my answer for the question. Question number 3. V, a multi-talented character, since V can sing, dance, and act. And yes, I do really appreciate it that it's been acknowledged that V is multi-talented. V is kind of underrated, not in the sense like he has a lot of fans, But people call him kind of stupid, but I feel like he's like a secret kind of genius, but not secret genius. I don't like that term. He's like very smart if you see in a lot of things. Like V's cool. V's cool. One of my friends who I've corrupted into becoming an army, her bias is V. I don't know if she's watching this video, but if she is, then here, have some glorious pictures of V. A multi-talented character. So for this one, I haven't really thought. I'm just gonna go on a whim here. I've been thinking maybe I could say Mr. William Herondale or like Jem, because Jem especially, like let's just get into Jem. Will is the answer for another question. Jem is like he can kick ass and he can sing like the violin and stuff. So I've been thinking about that, but I don't really want to answer that. So then I've been thinking about Mr. His face is mostly hidden, but it's Jace Wayland, because he can play the piano and he can do like, he can speak like 5 bajillion languages and like kick ass. This is an answer to the question, but I want to try and find a better answer. This is why I don't like to do tags, because I always feel like I've read nothing because I can't think of an answer to any of the questions. Or if I can answer them, they're all from like the same 3 series. Oh, and then we get to 4. Jimin is my favorite. Jimin is a character who can go from super funny and adorable to incredibly charming in 1.2 seconds. Wow. I was thinking about Jem as well, but like no. There's also always, you know, Simon, who can be very adorable, but then he doesn't really go to charming, like How am I so very stupid? The answer was more than a little bit obvious. Percy Jackson from The Lightning Thief, aka a super cool dude who is very funny and like adorable, and you're like, oh my gosh, yo, this is your show. But then he goes to being a badass, charming person. Jimin is Percy Jackson. I don't complain about it, because Jimin is my favorite and I love Percy Jackson, so it fits. Jungkook, a baby character who is underestimated. There's obviously Ginny Weasley, who is majorly underestimated within her family because she's the youngest, first of all, and second of all, she's the only girl with like 5 bajillion hundred brothers. She can very well work for this answer. I keep choosing, like, it's either Sandra Clare's Shadow 100 Books or Harry Potter and maybe some Percy Jackson. These are all my answers. It's not like I haven't read anything else. It's just, I really like these books here. I want to be a bit original right here, my friends, and go with maybe Catherine? This is the 3 dark crowns. It's in Romanian, so I don't know if you know. I guess she's very underestimated in the first book. In the second book, not to spoil anything, but she just gains more reputation. But she did have the Aaron family to back her up. So out of this book as well, Arsenal would work, because usually naturalist queens don't really get to, you know, be the queen. Also, her gift doesn't really work. Both of them are very much underestimated, especially Arsenal. Arsenal has been prepared to die, essentially, for all of her life, so she's my answer for this question. J-Hope, a character that is bursting with energy and is always in a good mood. Literal sunshine. There is no J-Hope. J-Hope is J-Hope, and there's only J-Hope, and you can't have another J-Hope. There is only him. He's unique. But I will try to answer the question. I guess, maybe, but it's not really. But it's not really. Oh, I know. He's not happy all the time. Neither of these 2 characters are happy all the time, but they can work for the literal sunshine part. There's Sinclair Etienne from the Anna and the French Kiss series, and then there's Cricket Bell from the Lola and the Boy Next Door book. They're both in the same series. They're both literal sunshine. Like, they're awesome. Cricket is just always there for Lola and always happy to help her. No one is happy all the time. J-Hope isn't happy all the time, but they do both fit for the literal sunshine thing, because St. Clair at the end think he's just like so hilarious, and they need to be protected at all costs. Oh, I know, this one is Sugar, a character that seems hard on the outside, but in reality is super sensitive. Who did you think I picked? Who could you have guessed I picked? I mean, you can kind of see it on the shelf right there because it's missing. But who else could I have chosen for this question other than Mr. William Harrendale from the Infernal Devices series? If you've read this series, you know that Will can come off as a bad boy sometimes, and he can seem like really tough, but on the inside he likes poetry and books and is actually very sensitive. So, my answer. Also, Suga's my bias writer. Like, can we just talk about how glorious Suga is? And I have two friends that I've converted into armies, and both of them have Suga as their bias wrecker. Now we have our 8th question, which is the Wings album, a book that you connected with on a spiritual level and you don't think you'll ever forget. Interesting question. What book have I connected with spiritually? It's my favorite book of all time. How many questions have I answered in just this book tag with the Infernal Devices? It's my favorite book of all time for a reason. I just love it to death. I can relate to so many aspects of it, of the characters. I love them to the sun and back. Some of the struggles you go through, like not the actual external struggles, like the love triangle and having to save the shadow hunter in the world. I don't struggle with that. Their internal struggles are kind of very relatable for me. I do have to go with this one when I say that I've connected with the book on a spiritual level. And then the 9th question is the most beautiful moment in life, Young Forever album. A book that reminds you of your childhood and you can't say Harry Potter. I can still say Percy Jackson. I've read these books this year. I mean, I read Harry Potter like, what, 2-3 years ago? 2-3 years ago, still pretty recently. I'm 12. So I'm a child, my childhood is happening. In middle grade, I read a lot of YA. So these just bring back, it just feels like a child, like the child that I am. And they're cool, so I'm gonna go with Percy Jackson. 10. Big Hit Entertainment, a book that isn't popular but that you love and want other people to know about. Well, it's not that it's not popular, like this is a New York Times bestseller. But I do want more people to know about the 3 Dark Crown series. It also has One Dark Throne. I only have the Dust Jackets because I'm currently reading this one. They just instantly became a favorite. I've discovered that it's my cup of tea book. They're just my style. So I guess that might work. I guess I can say Howl's Moving Castle, but people know about that book. A lot of people know about the movie. I have not seen the animated Studio Ghibli movie yet, but I did enjoy the book, and I would like more people to read it. That, I guess, concludes the book portion of the video, and I've already been talking for ages. Let's get started with the BTS related questions. The first question is, who is your bias? And I've already kind of answered this. My bias is none other than Mr. Park Jimin. Ensured a lot of pictures of his glory. It's been Jimin since day one. It will always be Jimin, and I love him. I've wavered towards my bias wrecker at points and thought maybe, but it's always been him. It's just, how can you not love Jimin? Everyone loves and should love Jimin. He is a little angel. In October, on the 13th, it was his birthday, so I wanted to go to Korea, to swim to Korea and like hug him and tell him how much he means to me and how amazing he is and how important he is to so many people around the world. But since I couldn't do that, I decided to make a birthday cake. Don't ask me how my logic works. I can't stay here all day and fangirl about Jimin, but I've just seen how long this video already is. Who is your bias wrecker? I've already mentioned this. Suga. How can you not love Suga? Suga is the most savage man in the history of humanity. He has like no fucks to give, and he's the grandpa of the group, and I love his story, and I just love him. And when I think, if you listen to August D and if you like look at the subtitles and lyrics, what they mean, they're just very touching and awesome. And I will link to the last, which is, I want to say it's the last song on the BTS, on the August D mixtape thing. He's awesome, and I really like him, but I want him to be, I have to stay loyal to Jimin. That's what I have to keep telling myself. And third BTS question is, what is your favorite BTS song? And that question is evil. From this album, it's probably My Drop. I will leave a link down below and in the cards. I don't remember what direction it is, but I will leave a link to one My Drop performance, because you can take any of them at random and they're all glorious, and I can say that all of them are my favorites. What is other BTS favorite song? I like Save Me a lot. I will dance to Save Me in a second, but I also really like Nevermind, which is, I think it's the intro to the Wings album. Cringy dancing will happen. Okay, I'll stop. So that was probably very cringy, but whatever. The next question is, what is your favorite BTS music video / what is your favorite choreography? And those are two different questions. My favorite music video, hard question. Maybe my favorite music video can be the Blood, Sweat and Tears one. I know it's a strange answer because it's a very weird music video, but it's basically the first one that I've seen. I really like the Run choreography as well, and the Run music video. I do like that. How did I discover BTS? So, I knew about BTS's existence. I knew about them. I've seen a couple of reaction videos and stuff, and I've seen Blood, Sweat and Tears. That's the first one that I've seen. So then I started getting into K-dramas, and I watched Hwarang, which is a K-drama where V starred in, and I watched it on Viki, which is a place where you can watch them like subtitled for free, I think. And you can turn on comments in one of the corners of the screen. Every time V's character would pop up on screen, like comments would just go crazy, like, oh my gosh, V, oh my gosh, you're my love, wow, baby, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, you're so awesome, you're such a talented actor. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, how much you've grown, blah, 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 blah. I was thoroughly worried about these people's mental health. I was also very confused because they were referring to him, at some points they were referring to him as V, and at points they were referring to him as Tay, Kim Tae-hyung, blah blah blah, and I did not understand what was the guy's name. Like, I don't even remember the name of his character in the show because of people. Like, I found out that a lot of people watched him because he was like in this band. I went and checked it out and was trying to get which one was him, because he looks drastically different without his black wig and long hair. And then I decided I wanted to learn their names to like know which one is him, like why are they so crazy about him. And then I don't know how, but from me just trying to learn their names, I just got pulled into the fandom, and my life has changed since then. My life and my existence and my soul have been changed, and I am a new person now, and I'm completely and utterly in love with BTS. What is your favorite moment in a TV show or reality show? Or just your favorite video in general, like behind the scenes or live or something like that? That's a hard question. I can't really answer that. And my camera's dying, so I have to be really quick. I do like one of their most recent episodes where the zombies and they were in the theme park and they had to run. Why do you love them? How much time do you have? I will not started talking about them now. I love how they've started from nothing and now they're international sensations and they're still like the most humble people I know. Which BTS album is your favorite? My favorite album is the Love Yourself one because it's the first one I've been here for and the only one so far that I've been here for. I'm looking forward to being here for more of them. Do you have any BTS merchandise? Have you been to a BTS concert, K-pop concert in general? Since my camera is dying, I can only show them to you, but I will put up some pictures of the BTS things I've made myself. I have no official merchandise, and no, I have not been to a K-pop concert. I do want to get the Love Yourself album, like the physical thing, for Christmas. I'm trying to go really fast because, again, my camera's dying. What's your favorite live BTS performance by BTS? I can't choose one. If I will think of one, I will link it in the cards or in the description down below to just some of them. I do like the fire performances a lot, but it's really hard to choose just one. I don't even want to try to. They're really cool to watch live. So a bunch of them will be linked down below. Also, we have the bonus. Which member do you think has the biggest difference in the personality versus their stage presence? Well, there's obviously Jimin. Here we have Chim Chim, and here we have Jimin, and here we have Kim Taehyung, Tay Tay, and here we have V. Here we have Cookie, and here we have Jungkook. The world of a difference. Again, there's a reason there are stage names. Their personalities just change drastically. I have said all the things with the pictures. And that's the end of this tag. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what is your BTS bias and will you want to get to BTS with these videos. If you want to see more bookish side BTS videos down below, don't forget to leave your suggestions down below. And if you want to see more videos by me, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And I will see you next Friday. Bye!